Hi, this is Chase D. Pretty much what I like to talk about today on my podcast. It's been a long time since I've done it, but pretty much I've looked on the videos for all these students. The whole topic about it is the meaning of the Southern flag, which is also known as the Confederate flag. Now, I've seen all these videos of all the students getting suspended, expelled, and then I've seen all the people that's flown Confederate flags by the windows or on their trucks. A lot of them's been getting death threats. And the whole idea about it is, it similarly relates to what's happening down here in North Carolina. Now, down in our county, it's happening the same way. We got all these schools, and all these kids are getting suspended, either that or expelled, and they can't get jobs because for what they've been put down under. Because now the school systems down here, the SROs cannot make the decision, nor the principal. The principal sends a direct charges and a referral to go to a court date, basically. So they're letting all the court administrators decide for the school for whether if the charges are dropped or your charges has been filed. Now, the whole idea is, for people who wears this Confederate flag. Now, people say it represents hate or it represents slavery. I'm very appalled. I even laugh about it. Out of honest truth, this comes from every Southern people. This pretty much comes from, amazingly, it comes from black people themselves. I've got friends who are African American who wore Confederate flags, and they could tell you themselves it don't offend them. You got other African Americans, that says it's not even racist. Honestly, at least there are common people who understand our aspects, of some people not being racist. Okay, we get the whole aspect. Two wars fought for slavery. Yeah, let's go with that. Some teachers have different aspects on whether the history. Okay? It's good to have your own opinion. But for you to come up on a person who wears a Confederate flag. There's been kids at my school that's being jumped. And they went to the hospitals. They either went for a hospital for having a major concussion, or they end up dead on the streets. All because they're wearing a Confederate flag. It's so much out of ignorance that's dealt with. Just because one individual is wearing the flag does not declare him as being racist. This is nothing but a flag with stars on it, of nothing but pride and South. What makes any person better than what we are to be? And I thought pretty much we're supposed to be treated as equals. And we are Americans, as what I thought we were supposed to be. If you want to bring the whole idea of, the Ku Klux Klan flowing a Confederate flag at their marches, you may have made a point, but the Confederate flag wasn't the only flag that was flown for what I remember. They have flown the American flag. So pretty much if you want to bring the whole idea of Confederate flag being racist, so technically you're saying the American flag is being racist too, since it's been flown at a KKK march. This whole the whole controversy over different races. If it so much offends you for us being proud of the South and for us to, to raise our colors or to wear our colors, you know, for those individuals' ignorance is what offends me. And I'm pretty sure what offends everybody. You know, we use a lot of people use a lot of different terms for, they use a lot of different terms for, ignorance and pretty much a whole lot of other vocabularies. But what gives them the right for not one ethnicity, but for pretty much other, racial backgrounds, for them to refer us crackers? And then we're the only people that's getting in trouble because we're racist. Honestly, I come down from pretty much two backgrounds. German and Native American. Both sides are Native American. And both of those sides of my families fought for two nations. They fought with the Union and they fought with the Confederacy. So for you to call me racist is pretty much calling me racist on my own heritage. Pretty much, we have the First Amendment of freedom of speech. So pretty much, we have the right to wear our Confederate colors. And anywhere we go, even when it comes to school, we should have that right. Okay, not pulling anything out, but let's use this as an example. So, if I'm going to go get and sit in the office for wearing a Confederate belt, and then how is it that this kid's going to wear a shirt that either says fuck white people or has a fist with a black fist on it and then it has power under it, where it's pretty much dignified as black power, and he's not getting in trouble for that? Okay, there's a whole issue to it. So what gives them the right to wear a black power shirt and then they're not going to get in trouble for it, but when we wear our colors, we get in trouble for it and we're written under down for racism? That's one thing I don't get. And I support my Southern pride, and I support my Southern relatives. I support anybody who has pride in the South. I may be part Indian, but I am damn sure of redneck. Deep down, I'm just as equal as anybody else here. I'm just as white as you are. I'm just as dark as anyone. You can hate me for having pride in the South, but you can never change the fact that we feel strong inside for who we are. Not just for us being Southerners, but for us being Americans. I'm pretty much sure we lost all hope for America. It's not the way how it is anymore, that at least I know. Because true Americans doesn't, have a controversy of a conflict between another race or a religion. And I thought we Americans don't fight along against each other. But yet, we should have agreements. It's ridiculous, Coming from, a Southern background and all that, it's every day when you get, okay. You wouldn't understand unless you walked in our shoes of what it feels like to be asked if you were racist 24/7. Or whether if if you hang people, you hang that individual people, do you go in Ku Klux Klan meetings? It's day by day. Nobody understands of what it feels like to be asked, and also being put under racial profiling. It's non-stop. And this is the main reason why people can't get careers no more, or they can't get jobs, because they got that one little thing, and that's under racial profiling. And that's the one thing that keeps everybody from getting a job. I may not be pretty much a bright person to know a lot of words, and to pretty much, have a lot of, intelligent sentences to say, but at least I got common sense, to keep my opinions to my damn self, and to respect everybody for their racial backgrounds or their religion, or where they pretty much come from. Honestly, if you're gonna ask me if I'm racist, I'll say yeah. I'm racist against ignorance. Because this is, a lot of people are. It's not one individual ethnicity, it's everybody. Even white people. White people are, it's day by day. It's, at least it's something that you can't say, oh, he's on here because he's saying racist stuff, and then point out, as my as my race as ignorant. No. I'm pretty sure everybody comes to a mutual background where they agree that pretty much everybody's, ignorant, And this is the whole basic ideal to it, I'm pretty sure the whole Constitution and Declaration of Independence for we the people, to treat with any other people, not by the color, or treat everybody with respect. Doesn't matter on the color of the skin, or the racial background, or religion background. But I do have pride in the South. I don't hate nobody that's in a different religion or no different race. I have my beliefs, and everybody has their own. But I'm a person that was raised by common sense. So, but if you have opinions, shoot me up a comment. If you got something, or, whatever, repost. I'll read and watch it, and then I'll make a repost or make another podcast of what I, respectfully believe. I'll give my opinions, whether if I agree or disagree. No conflict on fucking A, I can't get that word out. But likewise, message me and subscribe. This is Shasty, and this is the whole idea of making a podcast about the rebel flag.